What's going on, everybody, and welcome to the video. In this one, I just want to talk about, it was actually quoted in my previous video. I talked about Take-Two Interactive, just on a trading strategy, but I want to talk about the company as a whole. It's my biggest individual stock holding, outside of ETFs and things like that. It's one of my favorite companies that I've invested in. So I'm just going to go over everything about this company, why I'm invested in it. Also, the release of GTA 6. This is the company that owns Rockstar Games, who owns GTA 6 and GTA 5. And all that good stuff. And I want to talk about why I think the release of GTA 6 is going to be massively bigger than analysts' highest expectations. So if you enjoy this type of content, please subscribe to my channel, turn on post notifications so you don't miss out any of my future videos. And let's go ahead and just kind of get straight into it. So the ticker for this stock is TTWO, Take-Two Interactive Software. They're about a 20-something billion dollar company right here, $27.69 billion market cap. And right now they trade for about $158 a share. Very volatile stock. You can see back in November around 134, all the way up to 165, then kind of swirling all the way up, hitting highs around 171, coming back down 140. So very volatile stock, high beta. But let's go ahead and talk about who is this company. So Take-Two Interactive owns basically 4 different sister companies, if that's how you want to call it, of companies that make video games. So let me break this down. They own Rockstar, 2K, Private Division, and Zynga. So Rockstar is going to be the games such as GTA 5. They're about to release Grand Theft Auto 6. It's supposed to be in fall of 2025, so not about to another year. GTA Online, Red Dead Redemption, big games such as these names. That's Rockstar Games. That's the biggest one, and that's what we're going to be mainly talking about today. They also own 2K, NBA 2K, WWE, and all these other big games within their 2K division. Now they have Private Division, publishing label focused on bringing titles to the industry's leading creative talent to market. Games that are kind of augmented console, PC, interesting games. And then we have Zynga. This is the mobile division. They bought them out, I believe, in 2023 or maybe 2022. I kind of forget the date, but huge. They own 15 of the 200 highest grossing apps on the App Store in the US. So good games. There was some not good synergy with them getting acquired by Take-Two Interactive, but kind of into the works. And let's go ahead and talk a little bit more about Take-Two. Trades at around a forward P, around 63. Earnings per share, $2.51 forward. I don't know how likely it is that they're going to hit that. I honestly think they will not. I think they'll still be in the negative range because they had some pretty terrible earnings this past year. But a lot of it was goodwill being written down from Zynga. And let's go ahead and just kind of talk a little bit more about Take-Two. So for their fiscal year, which actually ends in March, they got net bookings of around 5.33 billion. We can see next year they expect 5.5 to 5.65. So this is a lot below Wall Street's target of 7 billion because a lot of people were expecting GTA 6 to come out within this time frame, but that is not going to be the case. Their outlook has decreased. So as you can see right here, quoted from the CEO, as we enter fiscal 2025 with positive momentum, we expect to deliver net bookings, yada yada. Our outlook reflects a narrowing of Rockstar Games' previously established window of calendar 2025 to fall of calendar 2025 for Grand Theft Auto 6. So this is going to be something that does delay an increase in sales with GTA 6. I think it's going to be huge, but I'll kind of break down why I think this. So in Excel, I kind of made my own little model. They're only releasing it to PS5 players and Xbox XS Series players. And let me go ahead and show you 59.2 million and 27.68 million right here. On PS5, there's about 59.3 million consoles, and on Xbox, there's about 27.68 million people worldwide. So looking at this, that's kind of my assumption for a total target market that they could capture. I started in the quarter ending 12/31/2025, assuming it comes on the fall, let's just say after September, October, around that time. I say they can get about 15% of all this market capture. This is going to be a huge game. Like, you can look it up on X, on Reddit, whatever. Talk to your friends. Like, I'm going to be buying this game. With all the potential players, think about not only that, this is 15%, which is still, in my opinion, a little bit conservative. Within the next year, people are going to be buying PS5s and Xbox XSs. I think some people are even going to buy them strictly for GTA 6 because of how big this game is anticipated to be. Now, I've heard rumors of it being $70 for the game. It could be more, it could be less. I've heard this is the midpoint, so this is going to be my best assumption. And going back on this, we can see kind of total revenue breaking down for PS5 and Xbox XS just for selling the game, just for people buying the game like that. Okay, you can assume about 621.6 million in the first quarter for PS5 and about 291 million for Xbox, and then for in-game revenue. So this is kind of a formula to assume a little bit, if all the money in the game is about, let's just say 50%, okay, all the money that they make from this game, a little bit over 50% is going to be in-game. Okay, if you want to get the actual number, equals 5 divided by 1 divided by 7.5, sorry about the little glitch in math, you can assume about 67% of the money in the game is going to be coming here. So with GTA 5, the numbers are actually 78% of the total revenue GTA 5 has generated is coming from in-game revenue, buying money in the game, things like that. But I think it's going to be a little bit lower on GTA 6 just for the time being, for the short time span, because people are going to be buying the game, might be reluctant to spend money. Who knows? Maybe it's higher. I want to be as conservative as possible with my estimates. I don't want to overguess anything. There's also talks about it being about $2 billion in costs. We've seen this in reports from the company. So I'm going to assume $2 billion in the development costs and other costs. I just want to go with the 25% expense, strictly on GTA 6. It could be higher, could be lower. Honestly, if we want to just go ahead and assume higher, let's go with 30. This is kind of the estimate. You could assume about 787 million in first year net income. But the way we're going to be valuing this is revenue, because Take-Two Interactive has not good profits, and there's a number of conflicts that come into this play. But I'm assuming around $3.98 billion in sales for GTA 5 in its first year. I know it's very optimistic, but I mean, you look at other analysts. Let me go ahead and show you. Right here on PitchBook, which is I actually pay for, but you can see about total revenue in fiscal year 2026, 7.9. Currently they have about 5.5 billion in revenue, as we talked about. So that's a huge increase, and that main derivative for this increase is GTA 5. If you want to get free information, go to Yahoo Finance. You get the same numbers: 7.9 billion, 5.64. Year ago sales for 2024, 5.3 billion. So this is a huge increase in sales. 41%. But my kind of outlook is a little bit more optimistic than the highest analysts. And here's a valuation to kind of break down why I believe the stock is undervalued. So current share price, 158.22. The current market cap is around $27.69 billion. Trailing 12 months revenue, this is the numbers. I kind of just plugged them in automatically. Looking at a price of sales, about 5.2. Okay, if you want to go ahead and see the average price of sales, it's trading a little bit higher right now. The mean is last is about 4.91x. Since June 2022, the mean is about 3.84. So we're looking at a little bit higher elevated levels. I mean, the stock has gone up a decent amount over the past few months, so that explains a good amount why. But expected return, let's just say they keep their price to sales ratio 5.2x for current median estimates. My estimate with this is the trailing 12 months revenue right here, and then adding the revenue that I expected of 3.9 billion-ish in the previous tab, and then estimated price to sales. Let's say it drops to 3. I don't see how that would be the case. If anything, it would increase with the anticipation of GTA 6 and its continuance of bringing in revenue to the company. And on a high end, around 6.7, 1.5 times multiple more of 5.2. So you can kind of see with diluted shares outstanding, estimating the price of the stock anywhere from 162 to 365, which is very high. So I kind of broke down a sensitivity analysis for everybody to see. I think the most likely case is somewhere in this range. Mostly speaking, I want to say it's going to be within this price to sales of 4 to 6, and within a 7 to 9 billion to 10. I want to say 9, just to be conservative. I want to say it's most likely going to be in this region of total revenue generated. So right here, I think, is a target market of where I think the stock price will be, much higher than its current price of 158. I think that the revenue will be no less than 8, but just to be conservative, I don't want to give overly optimistic outlooks. We're looking at good revenue numbers and good price numbers, like 211, 263. And this is strictly based off the price to sales multiple. There's other things. I'm not saying that the stock is only going to be off the price to sales multiple, but this is just to kind of break it down on why I think that the release of GTA 6 is going to be huge. This is, as I said, the analyst revenue estimates for 2026. With their fiscal year 2026, it'll only kind of skew the sales because their fiscal year ends in March, so it'll end March 2025, and then fiscal year 2026 will start, and hopefully GTA 6 will come out, Q2 of that year in 2026. So fiscal year 2026 will only be able to see 50%-ish of GTA 6 in revenue. And this is a very long-term outlook. I think GTA 6, in my personal opinion, has huge expectations, and for good reason. This is a top-tier team. GTA 5 was huge, and GTA 6, I believe, is going to be so much bigger. But that is going to wrap it up, and it's just very, very basis overview of why I believe Grand Theft Auto 6 is going to bring so much money to this company and help up the price of the stock. So if you did enjoy this video, please subscribe to my channel, turn on post notifications so you don't miss any of my future videos. Thank you for watching this one, and if you enjoyed it again, please subscribe, and I hope to see you at the next video.